When it comes to life, there's one thing we can all relate to. Animals, humans, living things. Everything in this world can relate to death. Death always happens. At one point in time, it happens to everybody and everything. It's something that we all have different varied opinions on, but it's something that can't be avoided. And it's made me think, when you die, everything becomes nothing. So we think. Everything apparently turns into nothing. But as a human, we've never experienced nothing. When we're asleep, we dream. Our brain's still working. We've never experienced what it's like for nothing to be there. But what about an afterlife? Is there an afterlife, and is there a possibility of there not being one or there being one? Now, I know this is a controversial topic that a lot of people might be like, no, of course there isn't one. But I want to bring up a few points to you guys. I want to have a valued conversation where we actually think about things instead of just jump into a biased opinion. But before we get into that, guys, my name is Luke, or Harvey Style, and welcome back to Overpowered. After that extremely long, like 1 minute intro. This gameplay for you guys is a double K.E.M strike with 102 kill specialist on WARHAWK. It's a pretty nuts gameplay. Solo gameplay on WARHAWK, going absolutely balls deep. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this game. And you'll see at the end of this first K.E.M streak right here, when I get this first K.E.M, this guy went AFK and left the game when I was shooting him for the kill to the K.E.M. But if he didn't go AFK or wasn't like trying to leave the game, it would have taken, I would have died. I straight up would have died. And yeah, just keep your eye out for that. It was pretty crazy. But anyways, life after death. Is there such thing as a life after death? Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, man, people have died before and they've come back to life, and they've all said the same thing. Or they've all said one thing or another. It's either there's an afterlife or, man, I didn't know anything. I don't remember anything. Now, the logical answer is, I don't remember anything. But I want to bring up a value point that I was thinking about and talking about on my live stream today to people. When it comes to death, if you die and you're going to come back to life, whether it be an hour later, whether it be 2 hours later, whether it be 3 hours later, even if something happened, even if there was an afterlife, even if you did see something that was absolutely crazy, you would have no recollection of this. Your brain, in my opinion, wouldn't be working. Your brain wouldn't be able to create memories. You wouldn't be able to have a memory of something if your brain wasn't functional at that point in time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there could be memories. Do you think you'd be able to have a memory if you pass away and you're clinically proven as dead, and then you wake up and, you know, come back to life an hour or so later, like your body kicks back into it? Do you think you'd be able to have any memories of what's in between? Or do you think you'd just be like you woke up from sleeping? It's an interesting one that I've been trying to think about, because it is a valued point. You've got the people that will be like, man, there's no life after death. I passed away, I came back, I knew nothing. Butt knife, second knife, oh man, going for the third, got killed. That was actually pretty nuts. But when you think about it, is it possible to actually have a memory when you've passed away? Even if you come back, would you have any recollection or any memory of this actually happening? A little reason I actually feel like you wouldn't have any memories of this. One day I was at my house, back in the days, a few years ago, back in Black Ops 1 days. I wasn't really into Call of Duty then, but I had the disc and a mate came over. He had no past experiences with epilepsy at all. We were playing, I let him play, I was just on my computer chatting to a few people, he was on the TV. Out of nowhere he had a fit, and it was pretty crazy. I never expected it, and it just came out of nowhere. But when he came out of it, he had no memory or no recollection of what just happened. He didn't even realize it. We had to literally force him into the ambulance because he was like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And we're like, dude, you've got to go to the hospital. And he had no recollection whatsoever of this happening. He didn't understand that he just had a serious fit that could harm him later on in life. And when he actually went to hospital, turns out that he actually found out he had epilepsy. Like 18 years into his life, and just found out. But it makes me wonder, if you're going to have a fit and your brain's not going to be able to function enough to create a memory of what just happened, you're not going to be in that state of having a memory that just happened to you, and, you know, that whole state, you don't understand that happened. So what happens if you pass away? Do you have any memory of it? If there is an afterlife, could somebody that's passed away actually remember it? Or would they not remember it at all? But I got a curious question to you guys, because see, personally, I look at things like, wow, when you die, things just turn into nothing. Like, is that even possible for something to be nothing? We've never experienced nothing. So since we go through, you know, 60, 70 years of life without experiencing that feeling of nothing, are we going to is it something odd, or is it something that it's not right to just not expect? You know, I feel it having a hard time believe that there can be nothing, like absolutely nothing, no thoughts, just the whole thought, you know, everything that goes on in your brain, everything you think about, you know, you go to bed, you have a dream, you sleep, you think about these things, and you just curiously just like, how can there be nothing? I know it's just straight up blunt that, hey, there's nothing when you die, but it's just some concept I find really difficult to believe. And I'm curious to know what you guys do think about this. Right there, I pick up the double K.E.M, and things get intense after I get this double K.E.M right here. I end up dying right here, and I'm like, okay, we're on 71 kills. I don't think I'm going to get the 100 plus. I go on 2 little streaks here, and I go absolutely ham and manage to pull 102 kills. It was pretty damn insane, if you ask me. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's an interesting topic, guys, and, you know, I'm going to leave it at that. That's really all my thoughts on it, you know, a little wrap-up kind of thing is there nothing when you die? Can you actually pass away and come back and remember if there was something? Or is it going to be something you can't remember or can't have a memory of because your brain wasn't functioning at that point in time to create a memory? The reason I bring up the epilepsy thing is because... Epilepsy? Yes. No, epileptic? I just confused the shit out of myself. Anyways, the reason I bring up this epileptic fit thing is because if your brain can't function enough to realize that you had an epileptic fit, for you to understand that's what just happened to your body and you to not have any form of memory of it, does that mean that maybe you won't have a memory of if there is an afterlife? I just find it hard to believe that, you know, there's nothing there, but maybe there is. You know, the odds are there's nothing there, but I struggle to think about it because I just keep thinking that, you know, nothing. It's something we've never experienced. It's something we're never going to experience until we actually pass away. And it's hard to believe that that can actually be a thing. And, you know, I guess it's not hard to believe. It's easy to believe. But it's, you know, it's a hard concept to wrap your head around. You know, I don't know. It's just a difficult concept to wrap your head around, in my opinion. Pretty crazy. Calling in the second K.E.M strike here. And I'm like, come on, we got to pull this win. We got to do this. This part of the gameplay actually gets pretty intense. I die here off this streak. I reckon if I actually went through with this streak, I might have been able to get the K.E.M, possibly. It would have been unlikely, though. But aside from that, this gameplay is coming up to a wrap here soon, guys, and this commentary is also coming up to a wrap when the gameplay ends. I don't know why I said that. That's kind of obvious, don't you think? Aside from that, guys, I've been Luke, or Heart with Style. Hope you guys did enjoy this, and I hope it makes you think. Don't just think that, you know, have a biased opinion on it, that, oh my god, things are just going to be gone, or something's going to be there. Actually have a good hard think about it, and just think, like, you know, use your brain. Use it for what it's made for, thinking and having thoughts about things that intrigue you and, you know, make your mind think of different things. This is something that intrigues me. This is something that makes me think, and hopefully it can make you think too. It's the kind of commentaries I do like to do over on my channel that make you think and make you actually use your brain and just wonder, like, you know, not a commentary that leaves you at the end just like, oh, that was a pretty funny story. I'd rather do a commentary. It's like, wow, man, I actually wonder what could happen in that situation. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this gameplay and or commentary. Right here, wrapping up to get the 100 kills and finish off the gameplay. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to check out my channel. The link will be in the description. My name has been Luke, or Heart with Style. I am an Australian, which is probably quite obvious right now by the accent. But aside from that, guys, I'm out. I've said aside from that a hell of a lot of times at the end of this commentary. And I'll talk to you all. Wow, that's one way to skip to an extra. Intro, extra. I just don't even know where I'm going with this. Aside from that, my name's been Luke, or Heart with Style. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay and the commentary. If you do want to check out my channel, the link will be in the description. I'll talk to you all next time. That's all.